Alright, as most of you guys would know who watched the end of my last video for the Transformers Legend of Korra stories, The Advent of Unicron, which is written by my good friend Jason Voorhees 2011, co-plotted by me, we talked about doing we were going to do a Stormhawks Transformers crossover. Yeah, it was originally going to be Beast Wars, but now it's officially going to be Transformers. So, with that said, yeah, it is officially out. Well, actually, it's been out, but at the request of my friend Jason Voorhees 2011, he asked that I waited till he posted the second chapter to talk about this to make it feel like an actual pilot, and there'd be a lot more for people to read, you know, other than just the one chapter. So yeah, I waited, and now both chapters are up, so here we are now. Anyway, so this story... The story in question for this it's called, as you can see from the title, it's called Stormhawks vs. Transformers, War on Atmos. Now, this story is a kind of like if you took the Transformers and put them in the Stormhawks universe during the whole, how the season goes out. Kind of like how in the Transformers Legend of Korra series, with obviously some different, some major changes because the Transformers are in here. The story is that, and I probably said this 6 times now to actually get into the story, is that the Nemesis and the Ark, after it left Cybertron, didn't land on Earth. Instead, in this story, it landed on Atmos. And they've been asleep, both the Autobots and Decepticons have been in stasis for about 4 million years. Then, some Cyclonian miners accidentally dig up the Nemesis, wake up Megatron, he proceeds to wake up the other Decepticons, and making an alliance because they can't get home. The Nemesis is too damaged and low on energon. So Megatron makes an alliance with Master Cyclonus, and the Decepticon Cyclonian alliance begins. While this is going on, we have we have also the Autobots teaming up with the Transformers, but the alliance doesn't really start out like, hey, you're good guys, we're good guys, we should team up. Doesn't really go like that. I'll let you guys read the story from there, and then you can see for yourself. But yeah, this is, yeah, Stormhawks and the Transformers. This is something I've actually wanted to do, but I never really had a good idea for a story up until now. So we have, pretty much the Decepticons and the Cyclonians working together, Autobots and not just the Stormhawks, the Autobots are actually going to be working, different Autobots are going to be helping with different Sky Knight squadrons because, well, now with the Decepticon help, the Cyclonians can now lead these huge attacks on Terras they could never do before. So Autobot assistance is kind of spread out throughout the the Atmosian territories. So they're going to have some major help on their end for that. Among other things, I will say like who's going to be pairing up with who, and I will talk about what kind of universe this is. It's kind of in the same vein of what kind of Transformers continuity this is. It's almost in the same vein of Legend of Korra, where in the Legend of Korra, the New Iacon Chronicles, where it was kind of like its own little mixed bag of Transformer characters everywhere. However, this one's a little more closer to G1 with a little bit of Prime in there. Yeah, it's more G1 than anything else, but there is some Transformers Prime elements in there, and War for Cybertron, obviously. Yeah, so the Cybertron games are in there, but it is mostly G1 focused. So you're going to see a lot of G1 characters in there, maybe some Prime as well. Well, actually, yeah, you are. One of the first characters that shows up is Bulkhead. So, yeah, we have Bulkhead in here, obviously from Prime. So yeah, it is more, like I said, G1 centric than the last set of stories, which were more like a mishmash of different Transformers continuities put together in a nice little bow. But yeah, so onward to the teams. Now, so for the main focus is going to be Arrow, Arrow and the rest of the Stormhawks, and the Autobots that are going to be traveling with them, whereas the other Autobots are going to be spread out. The main Autobots that are going to be traveling with them are going to be Optimus Prime, Jazz, Gears, Wheeljack, and Bulkhead. You can probably guess, naming off those Autobots, who gets paired up with who from that group. You could probably guess which Stormhawk is going to be having which Autobot companion. Yeah, I don't want to spoil who else we have in there. Obviously, I will say that Starling gets one, but I don't want to say who she's paired up with at the end of the second chapter. But it really makes sense when you really think about it. Anyway, and there will be some matchups between Cyclonians and as Decepticons as well. Don't want to say who, but originally, it's actually kind of funny, and Jason, if you're watching this, I think you probably agree with me that, you're right. Yeah, you're totally right that Starscream and Dark Ace would not work together. Those two would not get along at all. But, honestly, I could more so see Dark Ace and Six Shot as partners. Yeah, those two would be a deadly combination. If you had Six Shot and Dark Ace together as a team, they would be a nearly unstoppable force. Like, seriously, I could see, Six Shot transform into his gun mode, and Dark Ace literally using him like a rifle. Or, transforming into his jet mode, Dark Ace jumps in there, zoom, off they go. Anyway, I'm rambling at this point. But yeah, once again, actually, no, I didn't say this before, but if you want to check out this story, the link will be below, so you guys can check it out there. And also, if you haven't yet, go check out the rest of Jason Voorhees 2011's other stuff that I helped him write. The rest of the new Iacon Chronicles. And yes, we are doing a rewrite of Dawn of the Kaiju, but you can still read the 2 chapters we had out already, and the other Godzilla Avatar crossover, which had Godzilla and Avatar Yang Chen. But anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I'm out.